Hey there. Let's listen to the global voices in drones and development. These are a series of masterclasses, interviews, and discussion on the use of drones and drone-based technologies for sustainable development and social impact. So let's get started.
Great. So we are very small player in terms of all your presentations, which I have seen right till now. So we are only limited up to industrial segment. So our focus is it's industrial inspection, and in the industrial inspection we are talking about the asset management. We are very much focused towards the internal inspection. Industries can utilize the drones in two ways rather than three ways. External inspection, monitoring and survey, semi-internal and internal. So this particular topic today, I'm going to talk only about the inspection, not touching upon the list two sections. So if we talk about confined space inspection, what it means? Before drones also industry were going, and today also industries are running, and they have their own maintenance schedule. Maintenance for heavy machineries, maintenance for boilers, chimneys, kiln, ESPs, preheaters, material handling equipments, mills, ball mills, vertical raw mills, crushers. So all these equipments are common in the process industries. So till now, the maintenance process is not only lengthy, it is risky also, and it's not cost effective, because you need to, because structures are big, you need to prepare temporary structure to reach up to the walls and other possible areas where repair or damage is expected. So those things are actually takes time, and we have seen, and we heard a lot of accidents happen because of poisonous gas or structures collapsing, or because of negligence of somebody else. So it's not easy to touch upon all the constructed areas of the plant with the manual intervention. That too, a lot of pressure always remains in terms of completing the task in the targeted time, because every shutdown is a cost to the company. Every day it's a revenue loss. So once this technology enters, so ours is a team who decided, who were since last 25 years, we are into the industries, and we are actually controlling industries through control systems, PLC and DCS and instrumentations and all. So why not to help the industrial segment with the drones, who can not only save the life of the people, but can also save the downtime, and can also improve the basically asset life. And also overall, all these three things put together, actually it reduces the production cost. So with this, I'm starting my presentation. In today's scenario, very rapid growth is taking place in drone technology, and a lot of options are available for the confined space inspection. Confined space means I'm talking about two things: a rare place as well as hazardous place. So rare places when persons cannot easily enter and exit, and sometimes it's poisonous gases are there, sometimes less of light is there, sometimes the fear of collapse is there, and sometimes some other thing that there is no space even. So these are the confined space. So like I'm giving one example. One is a hall of the production hall or production floor of a plant. And second is a boiler, inside the boiler or inside the chimney or inside a pipeline or inside a kiln. So even hall is a confined space for some locations because of the height and approach and all, and temperature and presence of the gases. So inside hall also it's a confined space. So you need different drone. If you want to enter into the pipe, you need different drone. If you want to enter into a raw mill, you need a different drone because dust level is very high. So like this, there are so many options available in the market. Like Elias 2 is the latest, which is actually leading the world. After that, ASIO02, which is not in this slide, but SIO2 is also from the flyability. It's also taking very good place in the universal market, global market. Skycopter already it is having good presence in the market. Then it's SkyDuo 2, which is not again on the slide, but SkyDuo 2, because of the price and the smartness and the very good software support, it is also taking a good position in the market. So all these drones are not only 2-3 years old. And in India, if we talk about India, yes, only last year activities have started, and now industry is learning about the selection of the drones, utilization of the drones, and we are, you can say, among the first companies who are working in this field. So every drone has a different pattern, a different application, different configuration, different electronics. The biggest difference between indoor drone and exterior drone or external drone is the controllability. Because in the confined space, the normal consideration is that you will not have GPS control. You will not have GPS. So once GPS connection is availability is not there, it is very difficult to control the drone. So that is the first challenge. Second challenge, lack of the light for the proper shooting or taking the pics. Lack of the light. And third thing, the fear of the accident, fear of the collision. So these three things make these drones special, very special. So I will address one by one. First thing is this, that why why these drones without how these drones are actually controlling themselves without GPS. So these drones are having position sensors, lidar sensors, and sometimes maybe 12, sometimes 6. So these lidar sensors actually give the reference, a local reference for the stability, and then these drones controls themselves. And almost all the drones are autonomous. Autonomous means they have two modes. One is the auto mode, another is the pilot mode. Whenever poor signals are there and there is issue with the connectivity, you can easily put them into the autonomous mode. In the autonomous mode, they control themselves. Only thing which we have to give the elevation, maximum elevation up to which elevation the drone will go. And this UAV will smartly go capturing 360-degree images of the object. So in that way, these drones work. If we talk about that, which can be obvious question, when they are autonomous drones, why they are having this cage? So yes, some drones are not having, some drones are having. Some drones are only having a cage outside the propellers to protect the fins and propellers. And some drones are actually having full protection, because drone cannot gauge if something is falling. And the response time of the motherboard or microprocessor is not that high that after gauging it can immediately change the position. So for fixed assets, it can change the position. For variable assets or dynamic assets, when something is falling apart. So we cannot take risk. Nobody can take risk. These are the costlier machines. So that's why cages are there in most of the drones. And otherwise, they are self-sufficient to control themselves inside any confined space. Now the applications. Numerous applications are there. Few I have written over here, but numerous applications. Not only oil storage tanks, but silos, then your beans, then preheaters, then your coal handling systems, or you can say coal mills, and coal storage silos, clinker silos, vertical raw mills, and pipelines, underground pipelines, and mines. So altogether, it's a different application. It is a huge application. The underground mines is just like a total underground mines is a platform to use these types of tools. Some critical applications are also there, like nuclear power plants and military bases, where in the nuclear power plants, because of it's something which is hazardous because of the nucleonic levels. So that can be addressed by using these drones. In cyclone also, we can use these drones, where again the same thing happens with the hazardous area, a very high dust level, very high, you can say gases level. Then after that, it can be used also in the sewage lines, which is also a big application for them. So applications are numerous applications. This is all we are gradually now going to the field and making the awareness about the applications, and people are industries have started taking the benefits, like oil and gas industries and mines, metals and minerals, triple M we call it. Those industries, those are our first customers, and already we have executed 4 or 5 projects with these type of drones. So now we talk about segment. Already I have spoken, but you can see that these are the some applications which we are focusing, and if we talk about the Indian subcontinent, these industries are in lot, and the central government is also focused about these industries, and maximum amount of the maintenance is required in these industries, because these industries are almost 25 years plus old in India, and even in Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives also. So these roles will are going to play a important, very important key role to maintain these industry, to reduce the production cost and to reduce the downtime. So in next 2 years or 3 years, we are visualizing this market will be 400% plus from today. Now, what are the benefits? First of all, yes, it's a safe, because no manual intervention is required. An operator can be 100 meters away from the actual object being inspected. Then, apart from that, if any danger is also there, so there are drones which can capture. You can put gas sensor as a payload, and you can get a running data, live data from the drone on your DCS system or your PLC SCADA system, running data about the gas quality. So you can avoid people life. You can avoid actually any accident kind of thing. So during the inspection or in the running, drones are always safe, because ultimately maximum you will lose only machinery, not any life. Then we talk about economics. Obviously, these are 90%. These inspections are 90% cheaper, and you can do regularly, not once in a year or twice in a year. Every month you can fly the drone, and you can get the report of the asset from inside. And what we call it, actually, it is endoscopy of your plant. It is endoscopy, and we are giving the health report within 5 days, just after 2 days inspection and 3 days report preparation. In the 5 days, any plant, any industry can get the health report, and you can do it every month. So you can totally avoid the you can say accidents or any breakdowns. So and it is very fast. A drone flight, a half an hour flight can give you so much data which you can generally get in hours or in days. So entire inspection process of, if I talk about are dedicated without any waiting list in the report preparation, for any asset we can do in the 8 hours. And if you do it manually, it takes 8 days, because first you need to prepare a temporary platform for that. Then you have to arrange for the cameras, high resolution cameras, and then good photographers. And then you need to take photograph, then you need to analyze, then you need to dismantle that temporary structure, and then you can start your other things. So it is very economical and very fast. And because, as I told you, you can do it regularly. So actually it is, we call it preventive maintenance. So preventive, corrective, both the maintenance, drones can be your good tool. Can be now, it is going to be happen. It is going to happen. It will become your tool. So because of the just like regular inspection of the assets, you can avoid all the preventive things, all the corrective things. You can actually do preventive things. So it's like that. Okay, you can avoid corrective things. No unplanned breakdown, no damage to the assets, no damage to or threat to the life or workmen. So it's once you will start using it, you will never leave it. Drone internal inspection will become a habit of all the industries in next 2 years. It's going to happen. So now, when we talk about that, this is actually addressing two questions. Should every industry have their own drone program for the inspection, or they should outsource it? And what are the considerations? So here, what I'm telling you, the technology is rapidly growing. Number one. Number two, any plant can have inspection or breakdown or shutdown once in a month maximum or once in a quarter. Secondly, all assets have different kind of qualities. A boiler needs different kind of drone. Ball mill needs different kind of drone because it depends upon the sensor and other parameters also. What is the light inside the asset? What is the dust level inside the asset? What is the space available inside the asset? So all these factors work. So for a plant, you cannot go with a single drone. Single drone will not solve the purpose. You have to consider, you have to select a proper machine, proper bird, and proper payload for the application. So some drones cannot go beyond a limit in the height, but you want to do the inspection of the chimney, which is having 150 meter height. So you need different drones. Sometimes you want to go under the underground. And dust level is very high. There is no light. So you need different drones. So in this way, and every year we are getting a couple of new drones in this field. So this thing addresses that the domain expertise is also required. It is not data capturing. How to analyze the data, what kind of artificial intelligence software you are using, what level of the people who are actually seeing making the reports. So all these things put together, my recommendation is always that it should be outsourced because it's a altogether different industry. It is not part of the regular maintenance. So just a minute. First of all, uh, the entry and exit of the drone that works a lot. So for that we have different kind of drones. Like I told you that some drones like Loki MK2 Sky 137 and Fixer, they have their propellers are insured, but body is not insured because bodies are already IP certified. In some cases, 12 sensors are there, so that a very confined space also, where suppose 3 feet space is there, and your drone is having only 2 feet not radius, diameter. Then also you can do inspection if you are going with a very high lidar sensors along with the drone. So Ilias 2 actually addresses this problem. So in that way, you need to select a proper drone for the proper object. Then battery life, because some like ESPs, electrostatic precipitators, these objects are very big, and you need to cover in as less as possible flights. So in that case, there are drones which are having their power cord, tether dot we call it, with them. So you don't need to be dependent on the battery. Just give electrical power 230 volt and you can fly for hours. So that is also a selection criteria. Then lighting. Generally, every drone is coming with its own lighting also. I'm talking about the indoor drones. And some are also giving levels into it. First level of the LED, second level of the LED, third level of the LED, full LED. So that you can have sufficient light when you are targeting any defect. So that is also the criteria, the what is the level and what kind of defect you are going to capture. Is it a millimeter defect or a meters defect? So all these things are into the consideration. Then image capturing. Generally, when the drones flying inside, they don't need very high megapixel. Even 12 megapixel is enough because drones are very close and you can amplify the picture on your laptop or desktop or workstation. Then also the video resolution is also not very high because here the thing is the drone is very close and it has to actually capture the defects, not the normal things. So the software is so intelligent, like Scopus software, we actually don't need very high resolution, but we actually want a very high respective resolution. Any difference is there, immediately it will be captured by software. So like that, this is also one of the criteria. Yeah, and I already discussed on it that we can put different payloads like gas analyzers, smoke detectors, or moisture level sensors. Even we can go with the water content level sensor. So these things actually very much specific to the application. If say uh, in an oil tank, oil vessel, or in a oil storage tank, if you want to measure the buffer level of the water, which is generally in the below part of the conical part of the tank, so it up to what level the buffer water is there. So we can use this drone with the water sensor. And if you want to know in underground pipeline what is the level of the SO2 or chlorine, then we can have different payload which can give online level of the PPT of the your ppx of the gas, ppx per parts million ppm. So it can give you the dangerous situation what is inside. And some drones are there which can some sensors are there which can give you the corrosion level G1, G2, G3, Gx. So in the terms of Armstrong, it is very very useful for online knowing of the corrosion level in the atmosphere. So like that, these roles can be further useful with the different sensors. Even radiations can also be picked up. We can in nucleonic level we can gauge with this. So endless applications with the endless, because every year new sensors are coming now. Multispectral, thermal, lidar, all these things are the older things. Now gas analyzers are coming, dust analyzers are coming, X-ray analyzers are coming. Those things are coming which will actually change the entire maintenance of the asset management of the industry. So this is all from my side. Any questions, please?
Please feel free to put your questions and comments in the chat. And thank you very much, Mr. Mukesh, for sharing an amazing presentation. This is something that we need in the industry because a lot of demand has been coming in for the closed space inspections. And what you shared is really, really insightful. The kind of drones and the kind of technologies and software and the coordination that we need. Thank you so much for sharing that. Do we have any comments or any questions from the audience? So maybe Mr. Mukesh, we can put it in the chat if we can continue the conversation in the chat. And once again, thank you so much for being a part of this conference.
Thank you, and all the best for the coming session of the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was nice. It was nice.
Hey there! Thank you for listening to Global Voices in Drones and Development. We will be releasing at least one new episode every week, and that would be on a Saturday. So please do tune in. And you're most welcome to join the Global Alliance on Drones and Development, where we would be having podcasts, videos, masterclasses, meetings, discussions, and much more. So see you around. Thank you for listening.